Okay, next topic, Ripple undermining the strategic Bitcoin reserve. Ripple is in fact spending millions of dollars to undermine a strategic Bitcoin reserve in the United States of America. Private lobbying to the government to support their Ponzi scheme is where you cross my line. This is a hill I'm willing to die on. And so we're going to war. You know, you come at the king, you best not miss. You best not miss. And so here we go. Here we go.
Man, Jack, CEO of Strike, feels like he's gone off the deep end here. He's really having a hard time with the idea that XRP is going to be, not maybe, is going to be in the US crypto reserve. And, he's declaring war and going kind of bonkers here. I said it the other day. Look, we had to go up against Hinman and Clayton and Gary Gensler and essentially the United States government, and they didn't have the firepower to stop us. I don't think Jack is up to the task here. It's really quite silly. Again, big fan of Jack and his Strike platform, but he's out of his depth here. There's no stopping this revolution. The US crypto reserve will have multiple tokens in there, not just XRP. We got some big news upcoming about programmability, smart contracts coming to the XRP ledger. Big update today with more to come. We're going to get into it. But before we do, I thought this was really interesting. We see KuCoin pleased to announce they've reached a settlement with US authorities. And so they're going to be moving forward. I think we're at that point where we'll start seeing some of these cases, some of these issues settle out, get cleared out so we can move forward. Is Ripple next? Is some sort of settlement or closure to that case, imminent? Well, I'm not sure if we have to wait for a new chair, but David Schwartz posted this very cryptic video on X today. You see Gary Gensler up here on the screen. When you listen to the audio, it seems like he is hinting at that at least, and it just makes a lot of sense. Look, there's no more, fight left here. They're going to have to close this thing out, and I think David might be telegraphing here. It's time. It's time to put this thing to rest. We'll see how long it takes. Now, Brad Garlinghouse posted this. He says, you know what? I own XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, among a handful of others, and we live in a multi-chain world. I advocate for a level playing field, and this is the funny thing. I'll tell you this. When you look at Jack, a lot of these Bitcoin maxis, I bet you Brad has significantly more Bitcoin than they do. He don't want to harm that network. He doesn't want to do something that's anti-Bitcoin. This guy's got a lot of Bitcoin himself, I'm telling you right now. But this is the wave of the future. Different networks have different utilities, different purposes, and they all, serve their role. And a U.S. crypto reserve should have multiple tokens in there. If for nothing else, it's a free ride. As they seize these coins in law enforcement efforts, you toss them in there and you can just, see ultimately how things play out and where the value is. He says if a government digital asset reserve is created, he believes it should represent the industry, not just one token. And that's the thing. It's not just about Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, or whatever your coin of choice is. This is an entire industry with lots of different technologies, blockchains, and companies built on top. And we have to be aware of that. And that's about promoting all of this forward, no singular entity. And lastly, he says maximalism remains the enemy of crypto progress. And again, you can see as the government tries to step in here and do something, infighting just breaks out everywhere. And it's ridiculous. And it makes it a tough industry to deal with, to possibly make anyone or everyone happy. But we're going to get there. We'll move beyond all this. It will seem silly a few years from now. Now, this was the big announcement. This got me excited. We see Mayuka, who to me is the favorite dev at Ripple, to read their writing, to hear their thoughts, even more than David. A lot of the cutting edge stuff comes from her. She says, look, we've been testing different virtual machines to find what we think is the best fit to unlocking permissionless programmability on the XRP ledger. We need it. Excluding programmability, some sort of smart contract language was a big mistake. And by the time I think they figured that out, the court case was roaring and there was no going back to fix it. That's why we've been waiting all this time. And it is late to the game, but they're going to get this thing fixed and it's going to make a world of difference. And so what they did, you can read through the actual post here by her, but they've tried a lot of different stuff. Ethereum virtual machine. Let's see, what all do they have here? They had Move. They tried Move. That would be similar to like what Sui runs, things of that nature. And then WebAssembly, that's what they've chosen. And we see we proposed the VM choice for XRP ledger programmability is based on WebAssembly. So that is going to be the path forward. Interesting. I don't think they're going to go with just hooks is a singular, very light smart contract programmability. They're going to use WebAssembly, which is the same thing Zahao uses. So you still might have some interoperability there, but I think they're going to go with something a little more robust than just hooks. Give us, some more capability. Other blockchains that use WebAssembly, again, this will be probably custom fit to the XRP ledger, so it won't look exactly like that. But Near uses this. Again, another big investment. Ripple invested in Near very early on, the same way they did Flare. Near didn't give us airdrops, so people don't know of that as much, but big investment for Ripple. Polkadot uses WebAssembly. I think, again, this gets a little bit more out of my realm, but I think Cosmos Atom uses some version of this, maybe a little bit different, but same kind of idea. So this might be quite capable. It may not be quite to the same scale as you get on a Near or a Polkadot. They might not want to make it that, that advanced because it could bog things down possibly. But we're going to get a custom built solution that might be quite capable. This is exciting. They're going to tell us more here as we go forward. And she will be speaking at XRP Community Day tomorrow about cross-chain interoperability and programmability. So that's something I want to hear. That's the big talk at that Community Day that I care about. So I'll be tuning in there for sure. And I tried to, for clarity, I said, so I can accurately report on this. You're not going with hooks as a standalone solution, but instead opting for a more robust programmability framework. Will this allow XRP Ledger and Zahao to be more compatible directly? And also, is this going to be something that is similar to Polkadot or Near or watered down a little bit? Again, to keep things streamlined. And Mike just says, you know what? The blog is just about what we're picking. Specific details and specs will be coming in the weeks ahead. So she didn't want to get into all that, just kind of announce this is the path forward. And, we'll get more details here. But I'm excited about this because it sounds like they're not just doing the bottom of the barrel solution. Like this is going to be a custom built, for the XRP ledger, smart contract programmability solution. And it might be quite robust, more so than we thought. Something even bigger than just, hooks. Hooks is very watered down and it's very efficient and it's running on Zahao and it works great. But it sounds like they want a little more out of this. We'll have to see what they come up with. I'll be listening to that. But, if we want to do even for RLUSD, for the minting and the burning features, that's going to help a lot there. Hooking into other blockchains in a decentralized manner. Like we need programmability really bad. And it sounds like they got something good here for us. I can't wait to hear about it. Let me know what you think down below. As always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.